Yesterday we were talking about the 23rd Psalm. We didn't get a chance to finish, but I want to give you this. One of our members was contracted with COVID-19 this week, and one of the greatest things you can do for immunity is what, in fact, the Japanese have a name for it. It's called, if I can pronounce it correctly, Aikijai. Aikijai is something that they've named for these Japanese people on the island of Okinawa. And these people live longer than anybody else in the world. Okinawa, I'm sorry. Now, how do they do that? Well, they were interviewed, obviously, and they told them this is what we do. And they gave this name. Aikijai is the reason. And they said, what is that? It said having a mission, having a purpose, having a drive in life keeps you alive. We had a lady at our church, and I did her funeral when she was about 100 years old. Now, I was there at that church for probably 20 years. When I went, she was the number one lady that was carrying our volunteers to a senior citizen every week. She had what she called a birthday club. Now, she lived to give to these people. The interesting thing is she became closer and closer to 100 years old. She was ministering to people that were 20 years younger than her, 25 years younger than her. But you know, as I got to thinking about it, when I did that funeral, I thought about several things. One thing, there was the place, you could barely get in the place because of who she was. Secondly, I never remembered her being sick one day in her life. She gave her life for doing other things for people. Now, if you were to couple that with praise, because praise takes your attention off your situation and places it upon God. You're worshiping Him. You're praising Him. It gives you strength and power. You remember when Paul and Silas started praising God? Chains fell off. Jehoshaphat sent out his singers in front of the army. They were praising God. The enemy destroyed themselves. There's something about praise, taking your attention off yourself and putting it upon God, that gives you strength and power beyond anything you can imagine. Couple that with a purpose. Now, you know the dating websites have gone crazy during COVID-19. They're at an all-time high. Also, watching programs such as this. It seems people are either turning to some kind of social group or they're turning to God. Now, let's put it this way, or maybe turning to both, because we were made to be social people. Let's try something. You say, what can I do? I'm sitting here at the house. Well, there's a lot of things you can do. You can think about the people that have made an investment in you. And you know what you could do? You could call those people and say, God put you on my heart. I want to check on you. How are you doing with this? I want you to know that I'm going to be praying for you. Can you tell me something you'd like for me to pray for? Because I want to pray for you. You mean something to me. Now, you have no idea what that'll mean to that person. But you know what? What it'll mean to you is beyond measure. It will do something to you, getting your attention off yourself. And it will do something to your immune system that you had no idea was taking place. It's a scientific, pathological fact that those who give outlive other people. Instead of sitting around thinking about how bad things are, and they are bad, let's think about the opportunities that we have right now with what we have to do. We can call people. We can get online and start looking to see where our people are, where our people that graduated high school are. Contact them, call them, pray for them, show an interest in them. Give to somebody else. Don't think about yourself. Think about others. Jesus told his disciples, he said, first of all, that you are my servants. Then he said, you know what? You're my friends. Then he said, I'm going to give you a new commandment. You know what that commandment is? That you love one another. This is how people are going to know that you're a Christian, that you have love one for another. Now, he elevated them to friends, and he elevated them to a badge of discipleship that was about other people. I want to encourage you today. reach out to somebody in the love of Jesus Christ. Not only will it mean something to them, it'll do more for you than you could ever imagine.